Hey, welcome back, guys, to the Dennis Herrera show. We have been really busy watching a couple of lives this morning. I've been up since very early. Most of you guys already know already. But I have been giving messages out there of what we're going to talk about today. And I got a little chart that I came across by doing a little bit of research here. I'm sure you probably have seen this news already. We're going to go ahead and wait here for people to get on. Oh, coffee's so good. Coffee is life. Let me see here. Mm-hmm. There's that. Okay. See if we got sound. Yeah, we got sound. All right. We'll just wait for a couple of you guys to come in here and join. All right. Well, if you guys are coming into the chat, just please check in. As always, I'm always thankful that you guys are in here. Good morning, Manuel. How are you, brother? Oh, man, let's see how much you behave today. I know this hat is going to trigger a lot of people every day. Family's good, man. We got to keep praying, Got to keep moving forward, man. Grinding every day is what we got to do. Always trusting in God that we are following the right path, right? I mean, that's everybody's hope. At least it should be. Yeah, I'm just checking out today. I actually got my both of my cameras going today, so that's actually nice to have a different angle view, especially you know if I'm gonna be like looking at my other monitor. I think that's is gonna be a better view for you guys. Let me try to center this a little bit more. There you go. That's better. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. Just got my new backdrop yesterday. So this morning after my first live, I went ahead and installed it. And I'm very happy for it. The reason why I got that backdrop that looks like bricks behind me, it's because I am in the middle of buying a couple of poles, golden poles with the American flag, and I want them behind me. We'll see how that works out. For this angle, probably won't be that good, but it doesn't matter. I mean, that way I can show you more, you know what I'm saying, of what I see here. Cool Cat Renee, good morning, my friend. Thank you for the support, Brian. I appreciate you guys, man. What did you guys think about the last couple of lives that we just had to go through? Never ceases to amaze how people are just so hateful when they come to the chat and the first thing they say is, "You're not Christian." They always bring that up, but hey, you know what? Salud, my friends. Let's see if I can get that focus in there. There we go. Stay thirsty. Stay thirsty, my friends. Now, if I wasn't just such a good Christian, I'd be saying salute with a dos Equis and make it legit. But then again, I will have to get sponsored by them, and then you know how the whole thing goes. All right. Well, hey, I thank you that you guys are here. I want to say number one, thank you to all of you people that have subscribed to my channel. You guys are amazing, and you know, one of the things that I notice is that there's a lot of hateful people out there, but there is also a lot of patriot people like you guys, and you guys make my day. Let's see, Cool Cat Renee, man, I saw you here a couple times. You always showed me love. I appreciate that. We're gonna talk today. We're gonna talk about EBT. A lot of people talking about some EBT. I got something to give you. I better get a lot of illegal immigrants on this chat today. We're gonna give it a time. We're gonna give it a wait here to make sure we get all these illegal immigrants on here. And I also want people to understand why the government is still shut down. Okay. Now the reason why I'm doing these lives, right, to give you guys what the Democrats and the Republicans are saying about why we're having a government shutdown. It is very interesting to me that out of all of this, uh, you know, I find, jeez, people believe this part on the Democratic side. They believe that Republicans shut down the government. Okay, that's what they believe. Now, they completely ignore the Republican side when they say, yes, the Democrats are right about Republicans having the majority in Congress and in Senate. But what they don't tell you is that you need to have 60 votes in order for government to stay active. So Democrats say it is the Republicans who have the government shut down. Republicans says no, it's the Democrats that have the government shut down. But then let's go to the facts. They try to vote, they try to pass a vote so that they can pay essential workers, you know, some essential federal workers, our military families. And the Democrats, all of them voted no. Well, not all of them, I guess, most. Okay, there's still a couple of Democrats on our side that want to make sure people get paid. But Democrats all voted no to keep the government shut down and to not get these these checks out to families and people that really need it. Now, this morning we saw the live, you know, with Mike Johnson, and regardless if you like him or not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you like him or not. The fact is that the guy is telling you everything that he can to show you how things are, and you choose not to see it. You know, if you decide that you're just gonna ignore everything that Republicans say, then you will never see the truth. You know, I don't decide to ignore everything the Democrats say. I mean, whatever they say, I take it into consideration, and then I put it against what we know, what are the facts, what do we see, what, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to put them together. So I listen to the Democrats, and of course, I have been dealing with it for a long time, so I don't have love for them at all when it comes to this government shutdown and all the lies that they keep telling us. You know, I wasn't always Republican, and many people probably don't know that. Maybe probably many people don't care. But what I have always been has been a patriot to the land where I reside and where my children will live in. And so the argument of the government being shut down, they are saying because they want to give Americans food stamp benefits, and they wanna give health care to the Americans, and that's bull crap. Now, before I show you a little graph that I have taken from the internet, I try to make it as best as I can for you guys. I'm going to tell you something. I know, you know, a lot of Americans know that we are not supposed to give food stamps, medical, health care, etc., to illegal immigrants. We all know that it's supposed to be, that is a rule, that is what's supposed to happen. But unfortunately, it's not happening. And so you guys need to be aware of that. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to read some of the stats that we have gathered here. And a lot of people are just going to, just shut it down, deny it, and, try to pretend like it doesn't exist. But I'm going to show you this chart, and I want you to tell me if it's fair. And watch why we tell you. You see, people think, oh, you guys are Republicans. I know this triggers you. That's why I wear it. That's my freedom of speech. Uh, a lot of you guys think it's because we're Democrats, and that's not the reason. Okay, that's not the reason. The reason is because we are Americans. Now, for some of you that don't know me and haven't come to my channel, maybe you're new here, maybe you're a troll and you're not programmed to retain information after it has been given to you. Let me remind you, if you have questions, go to my profile on my YouTube page. It'll tell you who I am, what I believe. And I am a Honduran American. If you guys don't know what that is, that means that I have a country of birth out of this country, which is Honduras, and then I became an American citizen, naturalized American citizen. It's a lie, Dennis. It's not called the Gulf of America. Well, go Google Gulf of Mexico and tell me what it says on the map. Now, with that being said, you can argue with that. You can call it Gulf of Mexico whatever you want. It's your prerogative. I won't get mad if you wear a hat, a green, red, and white hat that says Gulf of Mexico. You should be, that's fine. Don't worry about it. I won't hate you for that. But getting back to the government shutdown, let's go back, all the way back, because the reason why they cannot lie to me about this government shutdown is, number one, every time I see Dalabama, he's always lying. And I know you guys have the same feeling. Well, the left side had the same feelings about us, right? They had the same feeling and say that every time that we open our mouth to talk, that we are lying. Well, President Donald Trump has done a lot of things for this country, which is crazy, because I will ask you, if you're a leftist right now, I will ask you this. Tell me, what did Biden do for America? Go while I take a sip of my coffee. Here we go. Prime Minister will be the first one here. Here we go. Prime Minister Chris, let's go. Okay. What did Biden do for us, for you, and for me? Time is on my side. Yes, it is. Come on. I want to hear some knowledge from our Democrat, leftist, socialist, Marxist, communist, fake Democrat Party people. Go on. Give me something that Biden did for you. There's a lot of things he did. And I don't think you're going to like any of the ones that I show you. But what do you believe your Democratic Party has done? Oh, my goodness. Canceled a student loan debt. And who pays for that? Yeah, great job, President Biden. On top of that, let me add to you here, my friend, that a lot of those loans that were forgiven were for illegal immigrants as well. Waste of taxpayers' dollar. But yes, good job, buddy. You said something. I can appreciate that. Let's see, Chris, I do for myself. I work at the county. That's great, Chris. But that's not how this government works, okay? Now, you say we're lying. You're saying Trump is this, Trump is that. I want to hear from you. What did your president do for you? Ah, man. Let me get a little snork of this. Thank you, God, for your blessings. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your mercy and for your grace. Here we go. Weddle says, Dennis is flying a Mexican flag in USA. Free speech? I think you can wave any flag that you want in this country. That's okay. Unless we have a law against it, but we don't. So it's okay. You can wave any flag. Here's my argument with the flags, guys. Please. It's just me, okay? I know you guys believe something. I believe something. I believe that a lot of people have died for our American flag. And I believe that there has been a lot of atrocities that have occurred in our country, in our nation. Now, let's be clear before you start jumping into this whole stolen land and all this. Okay, I get it, whatever. After we have gathered everything, settled, fought wars, etc., today, what we have today, the flag of the United States that we have today, it has become a symbol of hope, but not just hope for us in the future, but it's also become a symbol of sacrifice. A lot of American lives have been given so that this country can be what it is. It also symbolizes the hard labor of those who have made this country as prosperous as it is. So you see, the American flag to me is very dear to my heart. And as a patriotic man, raised patriotic by Honduran government, by the way, I apply those same patriotic beliefs here in America. And that's probably why I love the United States of America more than you entitled people out there. I believe that I should respect the flag, I should honor it, and I should make others respect the flag and honor it. Those who turn against our country or the well-being of our American citizens, they are to be treated as traitors. Now, I get it. The word traitor today doesn't take that same weight. But with that being said, I think that if you wave the American flag and the Mexican flag, it's okay. Go on, do that. But if you burn my American flag and you wave the Mexican flag, you're declaring an invasion on American soil, and you should be shot on the spot. Any questions about the flag? Go ahead, Wante. Here we go. We're going to make the argument again about is the constitutional right. The only people that have rights in this country is the American people. It's called the United States of America. The nationality, it's a United States of America. The Constitution does not belong to illegal immigrants, does not belong to everybody in the world and their mama. It belongs to American citizens. Now, I know that there's a lot of stupid Americans out there that don't appreciate what that means, but that's what that means. And you guys are messing it up. You guys are destroying this country by believing such nonsense. What kind of stupid government is going to have a constitution that allows our enemies to come into our country and make us use our own taxpaying dollars to give them due process? What a stupid idea. Let's allow 20 million people to come here illegally. How much money in court costs do we have to pay for each one of those illegal immigrants to have due process? I think people are stupid when they do that. The 14th Amendment shut the hell up. Pay attention. There is a immigration court, and there is a district court, and those are different types of due process that they get in these different courts. Illegal immigrants get a due process on immigration courts by immigration judges. The federal district courts are meant to trial crimes committed in America, civil crimes. You can get felonies. You can go to prison. This is just to give you a sentencing or to prove that you are innocent of the crime that you are being accused of. See, due process just means that you get to have somebody to represent you. It doesn't mean the government has to pay it for you. You have the right to tell your story and to prove that you are not illegal in this country. But the stupidity that people get in their minds is they think that they have to go to the courthouse downtown and get a due process there. No, no. Your due process is at the border. Your due process is through immigration courts. It's not the same. It is not the same. The only time that you will get that due process on a federal court is if you were here illegally. They don't know that yet. But you will be prosecuted for the crime that you commit in this country. And if you happen to be illegal, after the due process finds you guilty, you will probably do time in jail. But at the end of that time sentence, you got to get deported as soon as you're done with that sentence. That's your due process. Take that. Hot sauce in the house. That sauce, though. Brian, Freshly, C Unit is in the house. Thank you guys for joining. Man, small crowd today. I'm surprised. Are you guys blocking all these libtards? Don't be blocking anybody on here. We need these libtards in here to start talking shit. That is how the world moves around. Oh man, let me see. What else do we have in here? All right, here we go. Man, I really wanted to show this to a lot more people, but check this out. For you guys that are here to listen to the truth, I want you to look at this. Okay, this is a graph. Let me put it here first. Let me make sure that you can see this. Let's see. Okay, get off. Yeah. All right. Now I put this on my Word document so that you can see it. I will try to expand it as much as I can. And I'm sure by now, hopefully, you guys may have seen this already. All right. So let's see here. Okay. Okay, I think I got that. Here we go. Check this out, guys. We're going to read this together, okay? This is your food stamp benefits that people get. Now, I want to be clear that what this means is that illegal immigrants are getting these benefits. Just want you to know that. Let me move this down here a little bit. Put it down here. Come on. Here we go. All right, so here we go. So these are food stamp benefits, and this is food stamps by ethnicity. Now, I want you to understand this. When you look at these names on this chart, would you look at it? Just look at it. Do you see why it says Afghan? Do you see why it says Somali? Do you see why it says Iraqi, Dominican, Caribbean? Do you know why it says that? Thank you for subscribing. Do you know why it says that? It says that because they are not Americans. As far as I know, from here, they are not Americans. Now, what is very interesting about this, yes, even Hondurans are in there at 19.1% at the very bottom of the totem pole. We got Afghan, Somali, Iraqi, Dominican, Caribbean, natives, Puerto Rican, Cuban, blacks in America. And then you have Arabs. And if you look at all this, Cambodian, Haitian, Pacific Islanders, and Hondurans. You look at all of these people in here. And you see how they put the flag there for the black Americans. There's Native Americans, okay? These are the people that are on food stamps. If you look at all of this, it's about 70% of these benefits for welfare, it's for illegal immigrants or migrants. It doesn't have to be illegal. Migrants or illegal migrants. But 30%, it looks like 27, Let's say 30%. About 30% of that goes to Americans, and the rest of it goes to migrants or illegal immigrants. Can somebody look at that chart and tell me if that's accurate? Has anybody looked at this before? Oh, man, that's some good coffee. I just want to know if I am wrong on this statistic here. Let me read some comments in here, and let's see. C Unit says Gulf of America is winning. Let's go, baby. QWERTY is here. Now QWERTY is a very smart person. Let's see what he says. Wow, I didn't realize my birth certificate doesn't work because I'm not white. That is true. That is true. That is a point. I don't see white, but I don't know. You might have a point there. I guess white people don't get food stamp benefits, which is not true. They do as well. Okay. All right. So we'll go with that. Let's say we only have food stamps during World War II, says Dub. And there's a lot of questions around it, right? Because I think that the program for like food stamps and stuff, I think is legit. I think it's good. I think it's meant to help us American people. Okay, but it's not meant to help migrants from other countries. Okay, so even if we add, you know what? As a matter of fact, why don't we go take a look and see? How about we just look up Americans on welfare? Let's take a look at that. Let me see. Americans on welfare. That's crazy. That is crazy. Okay, so this one actually gives us a number. And check this out, guys. Overall participation. This is back from 2019, so we're going to go ahead and give it a little bit of salt on that. It says roughly 100 million people, or 30% of the U.S. population participated in at least one of the 10 major safety net programs. More recently, 1 in 3 Americans received some of government assistance in 2022. Let me see if I can find something closer to our date here and see what we get. Okay. So as far as we know in here, let's see, property and welfare, 2023 report found that, well, actually, this is just, let's just look for food stamps. Americans on food stamps. You got to find that, you got to do the right question here. Let's see what, we're going to take a look at AI mode on Google. You guys use Perplexity and go on and hit me with it. Here we go. All right, so AI thinks that approximately 41.7 million Americans, now take this with a little grain of salt, okay? Approximately 41.7 million Americans use the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, commonly known as food stamps. In the fiscal year 2024, this represents about 12.3% of the U.S. population, though the rate varies significantly by state. Now, we know it's supposed to be like 20 to 30%. Here we go. Income levels, the majority of SNAP funding assists Americans living in poverty. 2023, 86% of the assistance went to individuals below the poverty line, and over half of that went to those in deep poverty. God dang, man. There's poor and there's po. Like, there's like negative poorness. What the? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. In 2023, 86% of the assistance went to individuals below the poverty line, and over half. Oh, my gosh. All right, let's see. Race and ethnicity. In 2023, the largest racial group receiving benefits was white people, about 35.4%. There you go, my friend. Let's go ahead and grab the African Americans, Black Americans. There's not such thing as African American. That's unless they were born in somewhere in Africa. I can take that, but even then, African is a continent, not a country, not a nationality. Let's see, and Hispanics are about 15.6%. So this is the American population here getting food stamps. Okay, so the 35%. This is not even. I guess Asians don't get it, man. Asians are badass. But I do know that Polynesians get it. We all know that everybody, a lot of ethnicities get it. But this is where we are. So 35%, 40, 50, that'd be 60, 75.6%. That's including African Americans. I hate saying that, man. That's Black Americans, white Americans, and Hispanic Americans. Okay? That's about 70%. 75, I said? Okay. The rest of it is for illegal immigrants. Let's go with that. Now, this chart, the way that I'm looking at this chart, and I could be reading it wrong. It could be fake news, like some people are saying here. But I will tell you this. Whatever that information means to you, what do you think about that? Now, we know that it's not supposed to happen. Okay? We know it's not supposed to happen. But I want you to think about it. What do you think about that chart? Because you have to take into consideration, okay, these are numbers that they are gathering through the census and through the system of how many people are receiving food stamps. What I don't understand is you take a look at this and you look at who is benefiting the most. You know what I noticed in there? I don't see Mexicans. I don't see Mexicans in there. That is interesting. Is Mexico in there? No, Mexico is not in there. Interesting. But they happen to put Honduras in it. Oh, man. I'm telling you guys, some of this stuff is way too fishy. What do you guys think about that? Let me go ahead and read some comments in here. Let me see. Weddle says, Dennis, I can tell you how it works. It's easy if you listen. All right, here we go. My ex-wife is a resident from El Salvador, and she can't get EBT. No, wait, is a resident? Okay, bro. Maybe you're saying she's Salvadorian and became a resident, right? Okay. So it says only Americans can get EBT. I'm a witness to this. That is supposed to be like that. That is how it's supposed to be, but that is not how it is. You see, there is a program that, you know how, I'm going to give you maybe something else so that you can think about it. It's kind of like this. The people that come over here, okay, they know they don't qualify to be here at all. But they know that the one thing that they can do to abuse the system or bypass the process of qualifying is by saying, I am seeking asylum. And that's how they bypass our due process before they come into the country. That's how they come here illegally. Now, why is it important that they go through the port of entry when they seek an asylum? You see, I cannot go into your house. I can't move into your house and be like, you found me. I need a place to stay, so I'm going to stay in your house, okay? That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. First, you ask permission. Can I come into your house? No. Oh, get the hell out of the way. You go back. You go back. If you come home and I'm in your house, and you'd be like, what the hell are you doing here? I said, well, I need a place to sleep. I ain't got a roof over my head, and I got all my homeless homeboys over here that also need a place to stay, so we're going to crash here. Thank you so much for supporting us. Do you see how stupid that sounds? Do you see how stupid that is? So it is common sense. I say, hey, bro, you could have asked me first before you did anything. And I would have told you, no, it's not okay. But then I would have been like, well, now I'm here. You can't kick me out. It's my human right to have a roof over my head. It's my human right to eat. So I'm going to eat your food. It's my human right. It's my human right. Shut the hell up with your human right. Go practice the human right back in the country where you were born. That's where you get your human right. Stop being a burden to the American people. And all you entitled Americans that don't know how to protect this country, you better start learning before you lose it. Why is it that people are so retarded sometimes? I just don't understand. So if you come through the point of entry at the border and you come and say, I am seeking asylum and I got my 5 children with me seeking asylum. Asylum for what? Well, in Honduras, I'm very poor. Oh, that's great. We got a lot of poor people here too. I just read you the statistics, looking for information about these food stamps. There is poor levels here in America. Poor levels, and there's minus poor levels here in America. So poverty is not an asylum reason. People that are being threatened to be killed, that's different. And I can tell you, it's not going to be millions. It's not going to be millions. Well, listen to what I said. You have human rights. The whole world has human rights. But if you're born in Mexico, your human rights are over there in Mexico. If you come here legally, then you grab some of those human rights and you bring them with you. But you got to be here legally. You can keep your human rights in your country. You can be deported with your human rights. That's what I'm talking about. Now, guys, if you guys are putting comments in there, I can't read every single comment there. I'm trying to give you guys a show. I'm trying to give you guys some information. The only time that you are allowed to stop me from talking is by putting a super chat. You know how it works. So I will say this. If you have a very important question, I understand if you're on welfare, that's not a problem. But when you start demanding answers, you better put your money where your mouth is. You better believe it. That's how I see it. I go to other creators. I go to their channel. Hey, what's going on with this? Hey, what do you think about that? No answer. Hey, you know, I think that this should be this way and that way. No answer. $5. Hey, why do you hate President Donald Trump? Hey, thank you for the super chat. Well, I don't like the guy. He smells funny. Whatever. That's how it works. That's how that works. You see the people that come into my chat. Now, I know a lot of them don't subscribe, that are not members. I get it. But they are positive with me. They are supportive. And therefore, I don't think they demand anything. If anything, they are giving me their support and their love. And I appreciate that. But if you're going to demand something, you better put your money where your mouth is. That's all I'm saying. And that's right, my man. See, my man knows. That sauce knows. Everybody that goes into these kind of chats, they know how it works. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I'm just going to throw this out there. I've seen a lot more money go to the leftist, fake Democratic Party supporters. I don't know. That's just what I've seen. That's just what I've seen. I've seen thousands of people that have been lied to, and they are convinced that they are right. How do you hate this country? How do you hate this country and think that it's okay to see it being destroyed? I want to know. What is the logic? Let me, okay, here, let me give you some time here. Let's see, QWERTY, let's see. Excuse me. QWERTY says, Midas Touch reaching 6 million subs. The Democrats growing in popularity because Trump wasted all our money on billionaires. Wait a minute, QWERTY. Wait a minute. Oh, man. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, brother. I don't mean to pick on you. I don't mean to pick on you, bro. I don't mean to pick on you. I promise I don't mean to pick on you. But wait a minute. Wait a freaking minute. The Democrats growing in popularity because Trump wasted all our money on billionaires. Wait, all our money. Hmm. How much money Trump gave to Bezos, Elon, and other billionaires? Well, riddle me this. Why do socialists never provide jobs for the hardworking middle class? Go ahead and say that. You see, I don't support Donald Trump because he lied to me. No, I support Donald Trump because I think the same way he does. I am one big firm believer that Americans that are rich, that are billionaires, they are pouring more into our country and its benefits. How selfish do you have to be? We're talking about EBT here. We're talking about food stamps. We're talking about free health care. You entitled, ungrateful brats. You guys think that this is the greatest country on earth because it was born that way. No, it's not. I'm not a follower of anybody but Jesus Christ. But I do support President Donald Trump because I believe that we should give tax cuts to the rich. We should. Why not? They are paying 70 to 75% of all the taxes collected in this country. And you ungrateful mofos that don't have the brains to become rich yourself, you want to be lazy, irresponsible, you want to live in a van for the rest of your life and travel the world. That's you. That's your choice. But you lazy mofos need to get off our land. Get the hell out of the United States of America if you don't want to be part of the program. How beautiful is it that you think that you are entitled to free health care, you want to get free food, free housing, and let's tax the rich more. Son of a bitch. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Humble yourself, will you? Humble yourself a little bit. I know socialist minds, they are so fragile. Humble yourself. You know how I humble myself? Like this. Man, the rich people in this country, they are paying millions of dollars in taxes. The whole community here will never pay that much taxes. Thank you, rich people. Thank you, billionaires. Thank you, business owners. Because of you guys paying all those taxes, you are helping us with our healthcare system, with our welfare system. Thank you, rich people, because you guys provide jobs for us. You see, I can't provide jobs for people yet. So I'm very thankful that you are able to give me a job. See, that's humble. On top of that, I pray to God that He blesses you even more. May you become prosperous beyond imaginable because of your heart and because of what you do for this country. It's so great. We appreciate you. Thank you for what you do. That's humbling yourself. Art, you're being lazy. That's why you think that's delusional. Why don't you, you know what, let me tell you something right now. Let me just tell you something. The envy, the jealousy that lazy people have against those that work their butt off or have a better life, whether by inheritance or by investments, it doesn't matter how they acquire the wealth. Well, unless they were selling drugs, and then that does matter to me. But the fact that you are broke ass cannot be rich and then say that. I'm going to tell you something. Why does Who's the rich guy in the Democratic Party? Crazy Bernie. Why does Crazy Bernie says, oh, tax the rich, tax the rich? Because he's not going to get taxed. And he's rich. You think by now, listen to this, by now, Bernie Sanders, he's supposed to be worth about $3 to $5 million. That's right, Chris, but I'm humble about it. I'm not hating on rich people, on successful people. I'm not going to be a burden to them. And because of what they're paying, because of what they're doing, I am benefiting. And I thank them. But you ungrateful mofos want to hate on rich people getting tax cuts. You're so greedy. You know what's crazy? Is that you're poor and you're more greedy than the actual rich people. That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. Embarrassing. It is unbelievable that you're going to sit here and you're going to complain about the rich man being rich. You're going to sit here and complain and think that you deserve their money. How is that? What did you do? How did you earn it? What makes you think that's your money? What makes you think that you deserve that money? Go on. I'll go ahead and wait. Let me see. How do you deserve that money? Go ahead. Casey, you're a broke ass if you don't agree with rich people getting a tax cut to help more people to keep their employment. Go on. You're the one crying, Dan. I'm the one supporting it. That's why I follow the law and I respect the people. It is biblical to bless them, to bless people that give you a helping hand. If you think that it's easy to be rich, let me tell you something right now. I'm a broke man. Dan, let me see, who else? Who in here is not poor? Tell me, who in here is not poor? If you're not poor, I want you to put a number 1 on the chat. If you're not poor, put a 1 on the chat. Let's see. Dan is not putting a 1. He's broke. Broke ass, living in his mama's basement. Let me see. Go on. Go on. What? Dan, show me in the Bible, he says. Show me in the Bible. There you go. QWERTY. Yeah. We got 3 people in this chat that are not broke. Mac, you came from every... I don't know who it's that for. I know you're not talking about me. All right. Okay. That sauce, you don't get to answer, man. Okay. Now, listen. I am poor. I'm broke as heck. Put $100 super chat for me in there so that you can help me. I need people that have money to help me because I am broke. Brian, don't answer, Brian. I know. Go on. You see that? You see that? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that just because I want something, I should get it. Not one of you. Dan says we all are broke. Not you. There was a few people in here. QWERTY said he ain't broke. QWERTY has some money. Here you go. $100 says Wedo. Wedo's over here playing Monopoly. Wedo, no manches, güey. Here you go. $100 he writes on the chat. That's a regular chat. Super chat, bam! That means you got to use money to get that super chat. This guy, no manches, güey. Wedo, you crack me up, bro. But my point is made. Whether you like it or not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right? Thank you, Brian. I appreciate you. Thank you for your love as well. QWERTY says, I wonder what Jesus would have to say about Gaza and megaphiles. Well, I I'm going to tell you what Jesus has said. He says to love your neighbor as you love yourself. Now tell me, how much has Israel shown that they love the Palestinians, and how much love has Palestinians shown to Israel? By their fruits you shall know them. There you go. Paul's house in the house. EBT has gone wild. That's got to be the new video. We got to have that on the next video. Gulf of America. Let's go. I'm a brick mason for 30 years, taught at Job Corps, have 21 rental properties. Dan, I don't believe you. Nobody believes Dan. Nobody believes Dan at all. Oh, man. Nobody believes you, Dan. This guy. Right now, he's missing his EBT direct deposit. Oh, man. Let's go, man. Tax cuts for the rich. Let's go. 100%. They deserve the tax cuts. Let's go. Here is something very, very interesting. Let's see if you guys have heard about this one. Did you guys know? Actually, you know what? I think I have a clip to share with you guys. Let me look this up really quick. I got this from PBD's podcast. Okay, now bear with me. I'm going to share the clip that I got from them. I think is interesting, and hopefully this will shed some light in your darkness. Let me make sure that I have. Let's see here. Da, 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 da. Oh, there it is. That's why. Okay. All right. I'm going to share this clip here with you guys. Probably not be the best quality or the best point, but check this out. I want you to pay attention. I want you to really listen to what they're saying, okay? This is from the PBD podcast. These guys are, man, the guy in here, Patrick, he's a genius. He's been able to overcome so many obstacles and things in life. I love this guy. You know, I don't always agree with him or his team, but, man, he has a great team. I don't have this team, but I do have patriots in here that help me put in some truth out there. All right, listen to this real quick.
To that. Now, one thing I want to say is that in addition to what we're doing, right, with the rent being counted towards mortgages, crypto being counted towards mortgages, credit scores, credit bureaus, trying to bring down title insurance costs, all of these things. You know, the number one thing, though, that has driven, in my view, in addition to Biden's reckless policies, this housing problem has been mass immigration that he let in, illegal immigration, you know, letting in 20 million people. What does that do to our housing supply? I mean, think about that. If we build, the big builders will build, I don't know, quite a bit of homes this year, just shy of 1 million. Okay. Do you know how many years that would take to make up for all of these illegal immigrants that came in under Biden? It's significant. And it's the number one thing that, you know, obviously the media doesn't want to report on. But when they talk about the housing shortage, they need to talk about how many illegals they let in during the Biden term. I mean, because it has an upward effect, right? It pushes rents up, and then it just goes right up the food chain of housing.
Were you going to say something?
Well, yeah, and then what happens is private equity looks around and says, hey, wait a minute. Some of these people are going to get rent subsidies from the Democrats. Hey, why don't we just buy up the houses and then we'll get the subsidies? So in a way,
and then what happens to the price of land?
Exactly. Now you've got artificial bidders being fueled. It's the same thing that happens to tuitions, Pat. Tuitions were driven up by student loans because students could go get loans regardless of what the tuition is, regardless of it went up, and the federal government will say, oh, no problem, you qualify, no problem, you qualify, and then they dumped it on all the processors. And then you had these students that had these giant student loans that they went in eyes open, but the cost was up. Well, now you've got all these people come in. They're going to get rent subsidies from the government. I'm BlackRock. You're Citadel. We say, why don't we buy a bunch of them because we're guaranteed the rent? Oh, I got an idea. we'll do Section 8 and we'll just put all these people in there. So now you can't find a condo to start with because you've got too much demand that's artificial. That's the government is almost like paying student loans to immigrants to have a place to stay. It's artificial. And and guess what? Now the land goes up, everything goes up.
Guys in the housing business would tell me for the last few years that that was the buy-in trade. So you'd buy this land, you'd buy these homes, you'd buy these rentals, and then you'd hope that, and this is not me, but I'm saying this is other housing guys saying that then they'd let in more people and then it would just go up with price, and that's exactly what happened.
And then they all scream, and then they get more subsidies.
Yep.
Yeah. And there you go. So everything that I told you about illegal immigration. Listen, illegal immigration is bad already as it is. Why? Why do we have immigration laws in this country? Well, for one, we want to make sure that we know who is coming into our country. And so people need to be vetted. Now, the vetting process starts at the American embassy of that country that they're coming from. They go in there and they have to fulfill the requirements. So you get a health check, you get a background check, some sort of credit check, and then you go to the interview to the consulate. And then the consulate can tell you, all right, here, we're going to give you permission to go to the United States. You say you want to go for this amount of months. Okay, we're going to give you that. And then you can come in here legally, right? For a lot of people that go to the American embassy and they get denied because they don't qualify, their second most horrible idea in their life is to come to this country illegally. Okay, so illegal immigration is bad as it is, okay? It's already bad, illegal immigration. But mass illegal immigration is devastating to any country. Devastating. $38 trillion in debt. And people don't know how we got there. They don't know how we got there. There was already about 10 million illegal immigrants in this country, even before President Trump took office. And that's why he started deporting a lot of people. He tried to secure the border as best as he could. He was blocked. He didn't have the experience as a president. He didn't know how much power he can have. And yet, oh, happy birthday, Berniel. Turning 21 finally. God bless you. Oh, guys, we're going to have to take a break about this illegal immigration. Qué linda está la mañana en que vengo a saludarte. Venimos todos con gusto y placer a felicitarte. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Brother Berniel. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Happy birthday, man. I hope you're having a good time. I hope you get the day off and make something special with your lovely wife and the family and all the friends that surround you. Man, God bless you, brother. Thank you very much for letting us know. It is a special day for us. So going back to the mass illegal immigration, I always gave people an example when I was a leasing agent. I saw so many things happen with illegal immigrants coming in here, overfilling apartments, overfilling houses, property prices going up. You heard it from the man. If you just tuned in, you missed it, but you heard it from the man. Mass migration. Look at this. We have some sort of chart of growth to repopulate our country. This is how you keep a country healthy, economically and housing wise. There is a graph that says that Americans supposed to be reproducing about 2.5 per every American that has died, okay? That's how we maintain our population. And that's how we keep moving and growing in the country. Thank you for the super chat, Ozzy. Dems are housing and supporting sleeper cells and EBT and SNAP. And happy birthday, Berniel. Yes, sir. Thank you for the super chat, guys. I don't have I have a problem with logging in to my software, so I can't just like type right away on there. Let me see if I can actually pull this up. Let me see. Let me see. I should be able to. All right, here we go. I'm going to type in here. I got to keep an eye on my software and on the actual. There you go, brother. I will try to do that if I need to post something on there, okay? Thank you for the super chat. But illegal immigration, mass illegal immigration is bad because you have to look at it through all kinds of angles. Now, my angle is this. We are making infrastructure according to the population that we have and what's forecasted to happen in the future, okay? That's what I want you to know. Now, there is freeways, for example. Hey, listen, we got too many people here in Washington State, in Seattle. We need to make better bridges, better highways. Okay, here we go. We're going to add another lane to the I-5 South, I-5 North. One more lane should give us some help with traffic. All right. Well, we have a housing crisis. We are not building fast enough for the American people to have options to rent or to even go buy houses. Okay, we got to work with this. Here we go. Here are some incentives that you can take advantage so that you can go and own a house. Okay, then that will push people to go in, own a house, you know, bada bing, bada boom. You get builders, they're building apartments and etc., right? Now, this is just for American people. It takes years. It takes a lot of money to build properties. And what happens when you have high demand? You see, everything that stays at a certain level is affordable. But once the demand gets higher, the pricing goes higher. And they go together. Less demand, well, the price will come down. That's how it works. That's how everything works in the economy. So more demand, prices are higher. More demand, prices are higher. Let me give you another example. This is our economy right here. This is a price of everything, gas, food, housing, etc. Your income is right over here. So you may have to have a second job. Now you're even here. This is economy. Economy, inflation goes up just a tiny bit. Well, you got a raise from work that matches. Inflation goes up a little bit more. Well, it's okay. You got another raise at work. Every year you should get a raise, okay? What happens with high demand? Mass illegal migration. Mass migration, period. We have a limit of how many people can come here yearly. What happens? Oh, shoot. Now our apartment community is over 95% full. Now we're going to raise prices over here. Now prices for housing is way up here. Well, that's okay. I'm going to get a raise from work. And this is what happens. Nope, you still can't afford rent. Get a second job. Nope, you still can't afford rent. Well, shoot, now your wife got to go to work. Nope, you still can't afford rent. That's what happens. That is part of what happens. I don't understand why people don't think that way. Why do farmers have a hard time farming? Well, one, we depend on fertilizers from international countries. The pricing of fuel is so expensive, they have to raise the price of what they're farming. The governments have so many, I'm talking about the local government. Don't even bring Trump into this. It has nothing to do with the farming. The local government puts regulations on the farmers, raise taxes on doing business. There's big corporations, there's big farmers that are making millions of dollars in gross. It's not profits, it's not billions of dollars in profits. It's millions of dollars of what they're farming, but that's not really what they're making. They need millions of dollars, well, hundreds of thousands of dollars to keep the lights on, so to speak. So if we have local government raising taxes and raising more taxes, what do you think is going to happen? No, Trump has nothing to do with the farming problems that we have right now. We will fix them, but he has nothing to do with them. Farmers, and I don't know what state you're in, I am in a farming state. Washington State is known as a farming state. And we've been losing farmers way before Trump. Way before. Here in Washington State. Maybe where you're at, no. But here in Washington State, we've been losing farmers left and right. Period. Oh, shoot. G Money in the house. Oh, man. You come over here and just throwing off my groove, man. What's going on, G Money? Oh, man. Good to see you in here, brother. Much love to you. Say hi to the wifey. So what do we need to do? We need to support tax break for big businesses so that we can have those jobs. I know small business people that have to pay a lot of taxes. I know small business owners that are so willing to still pay their employees even though they're losing money. That is crazy. How can a business-minded person be wasting or losing money because they're getting screwed by the government? And it has nothing to do with tariffs, by the way. We're still talking about local government taxes. I think it's hard enough to have an employee and having to pay an insurance for the employee. That's a lot of money to have an employee. And your business is not going to keep moving forward by just making exactly the same amount on the investment that you put in. Your investment has to go above and beyond that. G Money, what can you expect a Latino voting for Donald Trump? It says it all. It says that the Latinos know what our Latin countries are like. That's what that means. It says everything. Latinos appreciate this country a lot more than the actual Americans that are born here. Blows my mind. It just, I don't know. I don't know how people, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. I don't know what happens to people in their life to think that this country just runs on protests. Protests, to these guys, protests, they raise a lot of money. Protest is giving them work. Like, this is what they do. They protest for a living. That's not how the economy works. Yeah, maybe Soros can afford to go ahead and give you all that money to go protest. They pay social media guys to run their BS for bots to be put in there. Yeah, that's the kind of work that you want. But you know what? That's not how the world works. Oh, man. Let me see. Let me see if I can take some questions. Let's start with... Oh, man. QWERTY. Let's start with QWERTY here. Somalis make Minnesota and Wisconsin strong states. Yes. No, they don't. They don't. They are making Minnesota a third world country shithole is what they're doing. This is the same state where Somalis have over $1 billion in fraud, benefit fraud, benefits that belong to the American people. That's your Somalis, buddy. Guess what happens once we got rid of the USAID? Go on, somebody tell me what happened when USAID got shut down. Somebody. Let me see. I want to hear from you guys. I'm going to give you a chance. Go ahead and tell me what happened. Let's see. Has anyone here actually been to Minnesota and Wisconsin? Brother, we don't have to be there, brother. Investigations are going on as we speak as well. $1 billion in fraud. People are already going to jail. We don't have to be there. People starve, says Dr. Lovegreen. Where? Where do they starve? No hypocrisy says Muslim sanctuary state. Yep, yeah, that's true. Scott says you don't need an ID when your skin is white. Right, okay. You go with that theory, Scott. That's not how it works. Lived in Minnesota for 30 years. Go on. What happened in the last 4? Has Minnesota been doing great in the last 4, man, in the last 10 years? Let's see. Ozzy says Somalis are number 2 in recipients of for. Bro. Let me see. I'm gonna pull up my little chart that I have been gathering here. Here you go. Yeah. All right, here we go. I'm gonna pull up this chart again. Okay. Now let me see. I'm gonna put it here, like that. I'm gonna grab this one right here, and come on. I'm glad you said that, bro. For some of the people that just got here, okay? For some of the people that just got here, I am going to show you something if I can freaking get there. Bruh, this is annoying. Here, let's see. Son of a biscuit. All right, forget it. I'll just show you. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's it. Okay. All right, so I will show you this chart, and I just want you to have, I want to have my camera on there as well. I got songs in my head. All right, let's take a look at this. All right, Ozzy said, let me see, what is Ozzy? Somalis are number 2 in the recipients for SNAP benefits. Well, here you go. Here's the chart. Who is number 1 for food stamp benefits? And Quarty, here you go, buddy. I want you to take a look at this and tell me how you feel about this. Afghan has about 45.6 of Afghanistani people that are here in the States are getting 45.6%. 45% of Afghans in here are getting welfare. That doesn't mean they're citizens, by the way. That's just migrants, okay? And then you have Somali, number 2 on the chart. And that is correct, 42.4. This is the people that, QWERTY, you said makes Minnesota great. Really? That's the kind of people that you want in society? I'm going to tell you something. That's not good. That's not good at all. Not good at all. Now, I will mention that about 30% of Americans, let's very, very specify that. About 30% of Americans are on welfare. But you know what? That is their benefit. They're Americans. And yes, some of them should be kicked off because some of them are abusing them. It pisses me off when I hear stories about people that have food stamps and then they go and sell it for cash so they can buy their liquor, so they can buy their drugs. Crazy. $1 billion on EBT fraud in Minnesota. And when I hear 42.4 of Somalis are on EBT food stamps, that's $1 billion that Somalis, illegal immigrants and migrants that should not be getting the benefit are wasting from taxpayers' dollars. How about that? How about that right there? Let's talk facts. Let's talk facts. Migrants and illegal immigrants that should not be getting benefits. They're getting food stamps. Now, to come back to my question, what has happened with USAID being shut down besides the vague people, children are starving, okay? This is the United States of America, not the United States of the world. Get that freaking straight to your skull. Go on and tell me what happened when the USAID got shut down. You know what? Let me go to my X account here real quick. Let me see if I get some information for you. I'm gonna go to my X account. I'm gonna show you something real quick. I hate it when they make me log in with this bull crap. Go ahead. You guys can go ahead and yes, Shane, saving money, absolutely, 100%. But what else? What else happened when USAID was shut down? Oh no, that's my golf swing. We don't need to watch that one. Let me find it. Come on, I know you're in here. Man, I have shared so many freaking videos for you guys. Come on, where are you? Tell me something good. Son of a biscuit. Oh, here we go. Here we are. Okay. All right, I found it. Now, I'm going to go back to the comments so that I can read what you guys are saying, okay? Here we go. Shit, I just messed up that photo. There we go. Okay. All right, let's see. Saving money, says Shane. Absolutely. Aztec Warrior is mad about the Gulf of America. You should have been mad about the Gulf of Mexico. That was not the name. That's not the native Aztec name, buddy. So you should be upset about the name of Gulf of Mexico. You know why you're not upset? Because you were born with that name already, so that's what you know. But you don't know history. Go look it up and see what the original name of the Gulf of Mexico was before the Spaniards came over here and messed us up. Let's see. I have my own business. Congratulations, Debbie. I hope everything goes well and that you do get some help to maintain that business. I wish you nothing but prosperity and success. Doctor says, USAID cuts have put serious risk in the nations we help. America first. Let me tell you something, and I know that this is going to be very anti-Christian to you people that don't understand the way that it works. Who gives a shit about the world right now? We need to do America first. Oh, 40 billion to Argentina. Shut the hell up. Those are investments. That's different. We need all the money that we can. And when we go help a country, we need to make an investment so that we can have a return, sort of like in business. If a business does not make a profit, they stop existing from being a business. As business owners know that they will go out of business if they're not 100% making the money on their investment. You cannot just break even. You cannot just make 10% profit. You need 100% profit in order for you to keep your business and to keep growing. Employees don't work for free. That's an expense that you got to take on. As a business owner, you have to make a profit. And it cannot be a very small profit. It has to be a big profit. With that being said, let me go ahead and share this post. Let me see. Anybody else? No money for you, just the rich. Smart Duck, we know you're not smart. Debbie says no help needed. Oh, God bless you, Debbie. Let's see. Good. Argentina first. No, Cordy, you didn't hear what I said. Argentina is giving us something back. Tell me what Somalia is doing for us. Tell me what Somalia is giving us for all the money that we have given them. And watch what's going to happen when I show you this next post on my X account. All right. Think about that, QWERTY. What has Somalia done for us that we are benefiting today? Yeah, definitely. I'm not Jesus. That's for sure. 100% I'm not Jesus. But there's a reason for why I think the way I think. I just can't explain everything to you. So you're going to have to deal with that. Okay. I'm going to go all the way down to the comments here. Let's see. Dr. Lovin says facts. You're very welcome. Let's see. Don't you move to a Republican state while you live in Seattle? Smart Dog, the best thing about living in America is that you have the freedom to be whatever you want in the United States of America. And if I just gave up right away on a blue state, what the hell do you think that's going to do to this state? Do you think that I can, in good conscience, walk away from this state where I was most of my life being raised and lived? What does that mean? What the hell does that even mean? You mean I should just give up on it? I should just say, yeah, forget about it. I don't hate the state. I don't hate the people. I don't like the way the government is running it. You know why? Because there's nothing. There's no fruits. There's no proof that they're doing anything. And I'm going to tell you something. Any infrastructure that is get done, any type of cosmetics that is done to the city, that doesn't mean shit when you have negative $32 billion in debt. We used to have a healthy $16 billion budget to do projects. Now we're negative 36 plus $9.5 billion more in taxes that they have added on us. That's not Washington State. That's the government. That's not tariffs. That's not Trump. These motherfuckers have been doing this for the last couple decades. And that's where I'm at. Now watch this. Let's see what happened in Somalia when the USAID got shut down. Their economy was doing fantastic. They were doing great. They were coming up. Infrastructure was being done. Oh, says Ilhan Omar, we are here. We are Somalia, she says in Minnesota. We are Somalia. My president is the Somalia president. What the hell is this witch doing in Congress? Well, Hodan Osman, president of the Somali Development and Reconstruction Bank, says that the cuts to the USAID have had severe impact on her country's economy. Well, well, well. Go on then. Go on and tell me. Here is your chance to shine. Your moment to shine. Here you go. Thank you, Brian. I thought it was a great question myself. Let's see. Somebody says something here. Just like all the American farmers. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Your chat is ridiculous, Dennis. Later. No hypocrisy. Get the f off my chat. Let's see. Where's the tariff money? No answer. What? The tariff money? Are you kidding me? There's hundreds of billions of dollars pouring back into our economy. Moron, pay attention. Stop asking dumbass questions. Listen, if you stop believing the Kool-Aid that you've been drinking and you go do some research, why don't you go find out? Instead of hating Donald Trump, why don't you go find out what's happening to the economy? Go find out what's happening with the stock. Go find out and see what projects have been saved for this country. Go find out how many companies have been investing or making commitments to invest over $19 trillion in this country. And if we take off all of the illegal immigrants off our benefit system, we're going to have billions of dollars coming back from that, which can in turn be given to actual American citizens. Go on then. Turn off CNN, says Jack Prepper. Well, I got that information from CNN, so even they can't deny it. Aztec Warrior says Dennis doesn't know economics. Aztec, go on. Tell me how economics works. Inflation is up 3%. It used to be 6.4. Did you mention that part? Oh, you missed it, didn't you? There's no deals in place. All talk, you parrot. This mofo. Like, seriously, it's like talking to my ass. There's no brains behind these people. Nothing, see anything wrong with getting taxed. Brother, you are brainwashed. I know you guys like to use that, but you guys are brainwashed. Who gives the taxes for your city and for your state? Tell me that. Oh, man, you guys don't pay attention, man. Listen, before you even tell me who charges taxes, because you know who it is already, I want you to tell me why. Why do you think that the government is raising taxes every year? Answer that question, and I'll give you my answer. Let me see if you really do pay attention, Mr. Economics. Go ahead on, Aztec. This is for Aztecs, and specifically. Go on. I want you to tell me. Why does the government the governor, the senator, the mayor, and the whole local government, why do you think they raise taxes? There you go, buddy. No, first answer that one. Why do you think that they raise taxes? And I can guarantee you, you'll be 100% wrong. Hold your horses, Johnny Blaze. Be truthful. Yeah, that's part of it, brother. But I want to hear Aztec answer this one. He says, bring it on, Dennis. Well, there's a question. Why do you think the local government raises taxes? Let me give you a hint. It has nothing to do with tariffs. I know, Age. Be patient. We'll get there. Gold and silver inflation is because the economy is in the toilet and we are experiencing high inflation. That is part of it. Here we go. Tariffs. No, man. I just told you. It has nothing to do with tariffs. Nothing to do with tariffs. Tariffs because everything costs more to upkeep and No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. See, that's what I'm saying. You're brainwashed, man. Why does the government, the local government, why do they raise taxes? Why do they put taxes on the people? I told you you're going to be 100% wrong. I spent freaking hours and days and weeks listening to these morons. Oh, 80 billion. Now, first it was 20, then 40. Now it's 80 billion. Damn. He's not a Jew puppet. I support everything that we do. As a matter of fact, I don't think he's doing enough. He needs to do more. He needs to eradicate Hamas. Smart Duck says move to the south. No, thank you. Oregon is worse. And then in first place of the worst is California. No, thank you. As beautiful as California is, bro, I cannot ever afford to live there. Ever. And the worst thing is that it's a big shithole. And I still can't afford to live there. Wheeler says, aloha. Aloha back, my friend. Here you go. Aztec Warrior. They got to maintain local services, but it costs more to maintain. Okay, there we go. That is the right answer. It's support. Okay, now when you think of local services, I want you to understand this. RJ, thank you for the super chat there. But illegals do get federal money. There is a fund that comes from federal money. And when they use those funds to cover for that, they have to get those taxes from you. That's the federal government. That's why we pay the federal taxes. Okay? Now I'm going to go back to Aztec. So here's the problem, Aztec. Yes, the government is supposed to impose taxes on the people to take care of infrastructure, to take care of, some social services, right? Now, let's remember that we have federal, like welfare. We have federal social services that we have, and then there's also state services that we have. Here is the problem, my friend. The reason why, not that they just impose the tax, but the reason why they keep having to raise taxes every year is not inflation. Let me tell you why. The government, as I said before, I mentioned before, we had a healthy $19 billion budget, okay? Now, picture this, and I want you to, I hope that I can explain it really good for you, okay? Listen, we had a $19 billion, I'm talking about Washington State. I'm giving you my state example, okay? Okay, $19 billion budget for these so-called projects, okay? This is how it works. And what happens? Well, now we have some LGBTQ shit that needs to be paid for. Now we got genderism, needs to be paid for. Now we got illegal immigrants, that needs to be paid for. And then we have to do all these projects around cosmetic projects that cost hundreds of millions of dollars. They don't do it because the $19 billion budget is there. The problem with the local government, and the only thing they can do when they get caught with their pants down, is blame Donald Trump. The problem with it is they saw so much money, and I'm going to prove to you that all Democrats think the same way. They saw $19 billion and they thought, we're going to build this bridge and we're going to build this infrastructure, and they got rid of all of it. And they didn't do shit for Washington. Nothing. $19 billion. Nothing to save the farmers. $19 billion. And this is a healthy budget. Money that is already there. They blew it. And you want to talk to farmers? You want to talk to me about farmers and how that's President Donald Trump's fault? I don't think so. I am in a farming state and I pay attention. $19 billion. Not 1 cent went to the farmers. Now they're being audited today because there's way too many red flags, and they're finding billions being wasted here. Hundreds of millions on NGOs. They don't know what the money is. Nobody knows. They can even keep track of it. They're getting audited as we speak. Do they get in trouble? No. They own the judge. They own the lawyers. They own the attorney general. You know what? We're going to sue Trump. Oh, wait, where are you getting that money from? Oh, that's right, the taxpayers. We're the ones that are paying for these stupid-ass governors to keep suing the president because they don't like him. Negative $30 billion. Imagine that. How does that happen? You know what they say, this dumbass governor and the mayor of the town? We want to take care of all of our migrant communities. Shut the hell up. What are you doing for the American people first? And then we can talk about the migrant community. That's my problem. Now I'm a migrant, and that's why I'm pissed about it. We are not garbage. We are nobody's little bitches. We are nobody's slaves. We have integrity. We got an image to preserve. And these smoochers, these leeches on welfare, are giving all Hispanics and migrants a bad name. So yeah, I'm upset about that. And most of all, I'm upset because some of you are here. You spit and laugh in the face of Americans. I know who you are. You guys are the leeches that suck the blood out of this country. You guys should go wherever the hell you came from. You guys don't deserve this country. This country is meant for people that want to do something for it, not take from it. You guys are a bunch of thieves. You and your stupid human rights, that's not human rights, that's thievery. You are thieves, son ladrones. When you come to somebody else's land and country and take their benefits, you're a thief. You're a thief that plays the victim card. Go ahead, prove me wrong. 98, I love fish tacos as well. Illegal. Brother, you forgot that word. You are American. I know, Mark. But even if you're a legal migrant and you come over here and, guys, I see this shit all the time, man. I see it all the time. And you know how boldy they have gotten lately? They go out and they give a sign to the children and they chant, "Feed my children, feed my children." I know you guys seen this before. I know you've seen it. So let me tell you, it's time to wake up. Tell the neighbors, tell your family, tell your friends, hey, I heard this crazy ass Honduran American on YouTube. He was right. What the hell are we doing for this country? We came here illegally. What are we doing? And the first time people say, oh, what would Jesus do? Number one, he will shame you for being here illegally. Jesus would never, no, he will shame you. He told you to respect the law of the land. Give Caesar what's Caesar's, and to God what's God's. See, there's a separation of government and church. There is a separation. You don't get to throw the name of Jesus Christ over every victimhood card that you can think of. Every country, every nation, every government is responsible for their own people. Why is it? I must say this. If you believe that this country should give you everything that you think you should have, why do you hate it? Why do you trash it? Why do you not support it? That's what I want to know. Why don't you support this country? You got to be dumber than a bag of rocks if you don't understand that. Go ahead, doctor. Go ahead and tell me, how am I a hypocrite? I will pay attention to you. How am I a hypocrite? Christopher Chavez, if you're mojado, bro, don't get mad at me for telling the truth. It is the truth. Let's go ahead, doctor. How am I a hypocrite? You, doctor. Mr. Lovegreen. Go on, then. Age of Crocodilia. The next time you see the next governor here in Washington, I'll show you how you fix the farming problem. I'll show you how to use a good budget and help the actual people that need help. All in God's time. Just wait. There's a plan. We'll see what happens. Let's see. Come on, Dr. Lovegreen. Here we go. You preach Christianity, then spout hate. Go ahead and tell me how that's hate. I am telling you to respect the law. You're scolded right now. There is such a thing as righteous anger. And all these people that decided to turn into criminals because they don't want to respect the law, that doesn't mean that I have to accept it. That means that I get to tell them the truth. Leave. Go back where you came from. When Jesus Christ sent his disciples throughout the whole earth, Middle East, he told them, when you knock on someone's house and they welcome you, bless them and let your peace be with them. But if they reject you and do not want you in the house, let your peace return to you. Dust your sandals. Dust off the dust of your sandals and go. He doesn't say go and force yourself upon them. No, he said go. Jesus went into his own town where he was from to preach the word, the good news. He said that people rejected him. He made very little miracles that time, and he was saddened, and he left that town. So what would Jesus tell you right now if you're here illegally? He would tell you exactly what I just told you. Go back to where you came from. Respect is earned. Love from God is not earned, but respect is earned. Right. Tell me, if Mexico is so great, why are you here? Why are you here? Yeah, good job, Dr. Lovergreen. You will never beat me on the Bible, my friend. Ever. You will never, ever beat me with the Bible. I'll tell you that right now. Now, you guys, all you guys have is insults. Oh, cherry pick what you want, Dr. Lovergreen says. Okay. Well, then tell me somewhere where Jesus says that we are supposed to allow illegal immigrants to mooch up the benefits that belong to somebody else. Tell me where in the Bible it says that you are supposed to steal other people's food. Go ahead, tell me. Show me where in the Bible. No. Yeah, accepted everyone except their sin. Let's see. Sac is the name. He says, oh, I will. Here we go. So if Honduras is so great, why are you here? The United States of America is great. Honduras is beautiful. Nice try, though. Let's see. Oh, Zach, I know the Bible more than you. Oh, here we go, guys. Here we go. We're about to get some information. Here we go. Cooked. Put some hot sauce on that, baby. Charlie, okay. Charlie says, "Why do people chat? People that come from other countries know how their country failed. Why would they not?" Okay, that was you left me at the edge of my seat on that one. Let's see. The reindeer says, "How many people destroyed in fishing boats off the coast of Venezuela? Is that very Christian of your great leader?" Well, number one is this. Thank you, Shane. If you are, and here is the warning, if you are going to be bringing drugs into the United States of America, we're going to blow you out of the water. Maybe they thought he was joking, but no, he was not joking. And when a promise is made, a promise has to be kept. Well, maybe sometimes you don't have to, but in this case, keep blowing them boats out of the water. Let's see. No, Dr. Lovegreen, don't come in here with the insults. You go ahead and show me. You go ahead and you debate me with the Bible. See, you have an advantage. See, you don't have an audible voice right now. I'm letting you Google your information, Google your answers, and come at me with it. That's what I'm saying. Go ahead, bring it on. Let's go ahead and bring it on. If you need a date, if you need names and spellings, I'm going to Google that shit because I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to spell names, especially weird names. But I can do that in Google myself. All right, they're cooked, 100%. Where in the Bible does it say anything you're saying? Sack is the same. Guys, the Bible is like a recipe for life. You learn how to cook in life. You learn how to be of good moral, how to be obedient to God, how to be humble, when to be angry, how to deal with situations. When do you determine that something is right and something is wrong? That's when you grab the Bible. Here we go. Aztec says, "Dennis, where in the Bible does it say you're not supposed to pay for child support?" By the way, isn't this the reason you went to jail? You're a dumbass, dude. I paid child support for 22 and a half years. All right, guys, it's story time. Here we go. Here we go. Story time. Aztec, Malfo, you've been here before. You better pay attention. When I was 19 years old, I had a son. Well, I was 18 and a half. I had a son. I had two jobs. Well, yeah, I had two jobs. I didn't get to spend that much time with my girlfriend, his mom. I raised him. When I finished working, he will be with me, sleeping in my bed with me. When he would wake up, in the little 6 hours that I had to sleep, when he would wake up, I get up. I change his diaper. I make his bottle and put him back to sleep. Then I gave him to his mom so that I can go to work and work my two jobs. She said, "I'm not spending time with her." I understand. I asked, "Get a job, and then I can just work one job." I had a 2-bedroom apartment, one room for my son with his crib and all his baby clothing and a little dresser to put all his little diapers, his little underwears and little socksies and little onesies and blankies. I pay for that, every single cent of it. No welfare, no food stamps, and no medical. I pay for that myself. Thank you very much. After a year of raising my child, the mom decides to go talk to a social worker. The social worker asked her if I gave her money. She said no. He said, "Well, you've been raising your son." She says, "Yes." "Has he helped you?" She said no. Didn't think anything about it. Didn't know. Well, the government, to continue giving her welfare, food stamps, cash, free medical. I appreciate that because my son started getting that. I appreciate that. I came one night to pick up my son to spend time with him. But I told his mom, I got to go to work, so I'm just going to be with him for a little bit. She did not like me taking him outside to the car without shoes. Okay, that is the big problem. I said, I'm not going to put him on the ground. I'm just going to hold him in my lap, and then I'll bring him back because I really got to go to work. She calls the police, tells them that I pushed her and threw her to the ground. Now, I had a friend with me that was an eyewitness. I never lay a finger on her. But she lied to me, and she played the victim card and say that I was mean. Now, she called the police and lied to them. The sheriff, by the way, who knows me, is the one that responded to this domestic violence dispute. And I talked to the sheriff and I say, sir, I never touched her. She's mad at me because I didn't put shoes on my son, and I'm about to go to work. And I said, I'm just holding him just for a little bit because I've been working a lot. And he says, Dennis, I believe you. I've known you for some time now. He said, but there's a warrant for your arrest. I hope everybody's paying attention. And I said, a warrant for my arrest? I said, I never committed any crimes. I said, I got a clean record. I respect the law. You know me. I said, I want to be a cop. You know me. And he said, well, I gave my son back to his mom. And then he told me he's not going to put handcuffs on me. He said, but I need you to go with me. I have to take you to the downtown. I get in the back of the car and I say, sir, how can a woman get away with lies? You know, I've been supporting my son all this time. $16 a can of milk, and this little sucker was taking 2 of those a week. And the economy was not bad back then in the 90s. But nonetheless, I still had to do it. Well, I went to jail for that one night. They let me out the next day. Unfortunately, I didn't call my boss, and they fired me. Great. Had to find a new job, etc. 22 and a half years later, paying child support. Yeah. Go ahead. Say something else, Aztec. Thank you later for what? Yeah, now what? Go ahead. What else do you have, Aztec? Go on and tell me half of the truth that you know and half of the lies that you believe. You guys are retarded. You see that? You want to raise a false testimony against me, and you don't even know me. You don't even know me. Now, my son always calls me. He says he always admires me. I love him very much. He doesn't make the best decisions in life, but that's his life. You guys have no idea about my life, do you? But you sit here and talk like you know everything about me. You know why? Because you guys are ungrateful. You guys are leeches. Leeches. That's my new word for you guys. Leeches. You guys don't know how many nights I cry for my son. You don't know the pain that I've been through in my life. Yeah, I paid child support for 22 and a half years, but you don't know what I have to live like in order to be able to pay that child support. Unlike other deadbeat dads that never pay child support. Now, those guys did go to jail for months. I went to jail for one night because of something that I didn't even know about. And that's different. So I praise God that the truth always comes out. Let me see. Let me read a couple of comments here. You're raising it against yourself. Zach, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Sounded true. The reindeer says, how so many mega are beggars? Hey, listen. That's, everybody has a choice in life. Being Republican doesn't make you perfect. Just because I support Donald Trump does not make me a Republican either. Though if I ran for office, I would run Republican. You know what they do now in Washington State? The cowards. The cowards that know that to speak the truth is going to make you be hated. I know that, but I still have to speak the truth. It doesn't matter how much people hate me, how much people insult me. I got to do it because that's my ethics. You see, nobody's going to ever bring something from my past that I already talked to people about. Everybody should know my life. No, it wasn't the free healthcare for me. It was my son that got free healthcare. I was paying taxes, by the way, working 2 jobs. Thank you very much. Let's see. Sackers, you sound like Trump. And that's why I support him. Now, it sounds delusional to you because you have no brains. You have no life experience. And if you are old and live 80 years old in this life, apparently you haven't learned jack shit about life. But I have, and I thank God for that. Wayne says, well, Dennis, you wouldn't know the truth if it hit you in the face. Everything I just told you is true. No ethics. Laugh aloud, says Noel. Yeah, no ethics. My ass. You don't know how hard it was to pay that child support. And I wasn't even a citizen back then. I could have just gone back to my country and be like, hey, F that. We're not doing that. We're not playing the game. All right. Cool Cat Renee says, we all love you, Dennis. Thank you, sir. God bless you always, Dennis. We are always here for you. Oh, man. See, that's my Latino love right there, bro. Man, I love you, brother. I appreciate you. Your words mean a lot to me. Believe me. Let me see. You're not speaking the truth, though. You're spewing hatred and lies. You don't deserve a pat on the back for doing your fatherly duties. Bread. This guy's retarded. All right. I think it's lunchtime, man. I've been up since 5. Been doing lives since 6 in the morning. This is my 3rd live. And I'm going to say, this has been my weakest ass live that I've ever had. It's horrible. It's horrible. All right, let me see. Ozzy says, Dennis, you have to pull all these trolls in the chat on the same shelf as your ex-wife. No different. I know, brother. Ozzy, thank you, brother. You know, a lot of my members that come into my life, you guys already know my whole life story by now. People don't know the sufferings. People don't know the sacrifices. People don't know the hard work that others put in. And it's crazy that a migrant loves this country more than those who were born here. That is crazy. I will never understand that. I'll just say this. This is a free country, guys. And if you guys want to leave, you can. See, I don't want to leave. I love this country. This is why I fight for this country. This is why I'm against illegal immigration. And see, that's the difference. See, I deserve to be here because I became an American citizen. Not only did I become an American citizen, but still till this day, I have to accept that people will see me as a traitor. They will hate me. They won't like me. They think that because I'm a Christian, I'm supposed to take all of their shit and say nothing about it. That's not how it works. I'm not a Jew. I am not a Jew. I'm just like every other Gentile. The only reason why I might have a chance to go to heaven is not because I'm a good guy. It's not because I'm a great guy, but it's by the grace of God. Because Jesus, Lord, is my Savior. I may just find some mercy from the Father. But even then, I can't guarantee that I will go to heaven. And that's why I respect President Donald Trump for saying that. For all you morons out there that want to call him names for saying that, you haven't learned anything yet. And just when you think that your soul is saved is exactly when you're going to lose it. All right, guys. Well, I guess this will be my whole morning. This will be my mid-afternoon live. Gulf of America. Let's go, EQ. Dump is the devil. Crispy Critter. Professor Stone says, not even real Jews, European squatters in Palestine. Charlie says, unite. Yes, sir. Amen to the last statement, says Bruce. Those last words, prophetic for you. The rec room. You're a retard, bro. Oh, he's a senile moron? Thank you, Molly. Appreciate it. I knew I had some support from some of these socialist, Marxist, Democrat, fake patriot people. Man. Hey, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you later this afternoon, and I know a lot of my good patriots will be on. I want to say I love every single one of you guys, even those that I had to scold today for being idiots, irresponsible, for not respecting the laws of this country, for disrespecting American citizens. We still love you. But sometimes we got to tell you the truth, even if it hurts. Guys, till next time, you'll all be blessed. I appreciate every single one of you guys and the love that you show me every single day that you come on my life. All right, we'll see you later this afternoon. Hopefully, may God bless you and may you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.